G'day mate and welcome back to Capital Industry with me, JD. We've reached a point in the game which I like to call the tipping point. It is the point where you need to constantly keep expanding because we need more production, we need more people, we need more things done. But at the same time, we're really at a balancing point where if we add a little bit too much, we're going to send ourselves into a death spiral. Now, what I want to do today is I need to expand more production. We always need to expand more production, but I need to do so carefully and gradually to make sure nothing goes wrong. So what I want to do is I want to ask, can I borrow a like? I just like to borrow a like. I like to borrow a like on the video. If you're not happy with the video, you didn't enjoy the video, the good news is I'm going to come across to your base. I'm going to jump on your tipping point and see which way you fall. All right, first thing I want to do is I want to talk through a couple of alerts and a couple of other things. So first off, let's start off with depleted uranium. I have a number of alerts either up the top left-hand corner or down the right-hand side. The first one being depleted uranium. I want to know when these boxes are empty because, of course, we're using our depleted uranium. We are converting it into, with a little bit of blanket fuel enriched. We're using depleted uranium to make more blanket fuel. And even though we got the blanket fuel very, very, very empty at one stage, we've managed to fill it back up with not a problem. Also means that each one of these buckets are marked as notify me when empty. So when they're empty, I can come along and just, delete one more bucket and have a little bit more space. Also at the same time, whilst we're over here, I do want to double check on our enriched uranium, our enriched blanket fuel. Enriched blanket fuel is coming down through here. It's going through, the first balance, which does absolutely nothing. That's meant to actually plug into reactors, but I had to separate one blueprint from the next blueprint. Yes, all these blueprints are available on my Patreon. But then, of course, our enriched blanket fuel comes through this priority splitter, which is set to make sure that we use that enriched blanket fuel to recreate core fuel so we don't run out of core fuel. The good news is that pipe is completely full, and then whatever enriched blanket fuel is left over comes down here and heads into these couple of machines, which will then recreate our blanket fuel. If we have a look at just the smoke wise, we can see that, most of them are running on the enriched recipe, and then there's a couple here, a couple at the end that are also running the yellow cake 2 blanket fuel, and then the 2 lots of blanket fuel come out, go through this lovely balancer, which prioritizes us getting rid of the depleted uranium first, and then uses, new yellow cake being new uranium to make a new blanket fuel. Also, you may notice that if we look on this pipe, there is a decent amount in here, and there's a decent amount in here. We have 100 in here, which is probably more than what's just flowing in the pipe. If we look at our core fuel spent, we can see this only has 30. So it means I probably have a backup right now, which means I want to look at re-enabling these machines. Now, these machines do one of two things. They either make more plutonium, or they make more enriched uranium 20%. Of course, we did this a couple of episodes ago where we went and started making space probe parts and also started making our asteroid boosters, which are one more over here. Of course, asteroid boosters require the enriched uranium 20%, whereas the probes require the plutonium. And I would really like to get this construction back on, this production line back on, by having some enriched uranium 20%. So what I want to do is I want to come back to these guys, and because we're doing everything through balances with priorities, I want to make sure I keep running these guys at full speed to get rid of the depleted uranium and also make our blanket fuel much cheaper than using yellow cake. And at the same time, I want to turn on the enriched uranium 20% guy so he can get any extra enriched blanket fuel and crank out some of that enriched uranium for us. At the same time, which you should also be a priority in, you are. So that's going to be able to output into this little bucket. The good news is this is non-radioactive, so the trucks can just drive across the map to the other production area. At the same time, I do have all the plutonium stacked up here. This has been turned off because I want to make sure our medical is okay, because I'm going to unpause this, which means I'm going to start putting raw plutonium on a belt. Now, of course, that's going to get processed by these guys, providing I can keep up with the electronics 4 and also the composite core, production rates, which so far I can, hopefully, but that leads us to a couple of more problems we need to talk about. One of them being aluminium, the other one being, electronics number 4. But before we get to that, I want to go through our next alert, which is solid cell mono. I have an alert here that says, if I'm over 25%, tell me about it, because it means I'd like to put down some more. Currently, it's raining, which is not great. No, it's just cloudy. But I'm still getting 100 megawatts worth of free power from solar panels. But it looks like they're out of room to put them. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to copy a stack of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 120 each. So that's 5, that's 6. I'd like to get 6 across, please. Can I copy all that? That's 20,000 solar panels worth, which means the trucks will be busy for quite some time. And, well, this is a giant flat area where I'm not doing anything currently. It is my private little island, and I don't mind having solar panels in the backyard. So we're just going to dump those down there and unpause them and let the trucks bring across, well, construction parts for and also solar panels when they can. It does cost me a little bit of maintenance, 0.13. I've actually done the hardcore maths, and honestly, maintenance-wise, it costs about the same as a nuclear reactor. Well, a fast-burning reactor, and all the infrastructure around a fast-burning reactor. So it's either or, whether you want to go solar or whether you want to go reactors. But yeah, I just like to put that down. The trucks will get to it when the trucks will get to it. Not in a rush. Mainly because my production rate is, if we click on this again, my production rate is all of, well, 8, 16, 24, providing this is running full time, which I can assure you it's not running full time. So the production rate's not terribly high. Next one I want to talk about is high supply biomass. I have an alert on here that says, hey, tell me if you're over 25%, because I'd like to know about it before it's a problem. If we go look at production stats and I go look at biomass and we turn on just the settlement, we can see I'm outputting 148 roughly. If we say 148 divided by you guys, which consume 24 each, 24, that means I need to have 6.17 of these machines running. I have 6, so let's turn you on. Also, you guys output 16 compost. If I have you and you, that's 32 compost. You guys process 48 compost, so well in excess of 2 of these guys. But also I'm running the compost, well, prioritizing the compost to run over here first to make more organic fertilizer. The organic fertilizer we turn to fertilizer 1, which we then turn to fertilizer 2. So you guys consume some amount, and if 2 of you output 32 and you consume 48, that's well above what you 2 output. So if I have 2 of these, that equals 1 of those, 2 of these equals 1 of those, 2 of these equals 1 of those, and I still have 1 free because we do import some compost. No, not that belt, that belt. Some compost in via, actually, there's the belt there. There's the belt there. Some compost does come from our food processing area, and we just dump that on a belt and move it down. It's not a lot, it's less all, but I need to make sure I have enough room for that production as well. Okay, next one I'm going to talk about is, I have an alert here that says you're complaining because you are full of rock. You're full of rock because we can't get rid of the rock fast enough, and that's because we have trains moving around our rock. They are the rocky trains. The rocky trains are taking them to rock unload, which is over on this side of the map, and then we're just dumping it in the sea right here. Now, this, I have a train limit of 2. This station also has a train limit of 2. This station also has a train limit of 2. This station has a train limit of 1. So I can have 2, 4, 6 trains at least. I have 5. And that's assuming everywhere is parked at the station, not driving. There is definitely going to be ones, well, driving back and forth. Also, I have a stacker here for the unloading. And that means if we go look at, well, our first station, this is the station that's complaining because it's full of rock. Well, that one's full of rock. Also looks like that one's starting to fill up with rock as well. If I look at the second one, this one's also starting to fill up with rock. In fact, it is absolutely full. And the third one, being the coal station, doesn't have enough rock yet. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to duplicate the train. Can I build 1, 2, 3 of them? We're just going to put 3 more trains on the tracks, get them up and running, and that should hopefully clear my rock problem and let me fill in the sea a little bit faster. At the same time, I have gone and taken a hydrogen pipe and I have wrapped it all the way around the map to here, and then well, back to here, right underneath the right underneath the diesel line, in past the iron mine, and then continued it back to a random fuel station, so we have fuel on the run, and then brought it all the way back and teed it off here where we brought it over the hill, because I want to start upgrading more and more trucks across to hydrogen. We have, if we look at the fleet, we have 44 on hydrogen, only 19 on diesel, and currently we are upgrading Special Ops Mind Control. So we're upgrading this team out here, being the Special Ops team, all across to hydrogen. There's 2 left to go. Do you have a fuel truck? No, you do not. Cool. Unpause. So we're upgrading the last of the trucks here, and then we're going to be doing the Fast Action Response team, and then their trucks, and then we'll move on and start doing other groups. So I do want to start moving everywhere across to hydrogen where possible, but that's going to take a little bit of time. Also, these guys are just dumping rock and filling in parts of the island, so we have room for later projects. All right. Next one I want to talk about organic fertilizer. I've had this alarm on forever. This just makes sure I know that I'm producing enough organic fertilizer. After we've upgraded the Great Waste Kneader, yep, the shitstorm, I don't think I need that alert anymore. Cake alert is, well, one that's been on for a while. If we go and double check and type in cake, we can see that my production rate is well above my consumption now, because we just turned on an extra machine, because it was just above, just below, and I'm sick of seeing the alert. So I don't want to get rid of the alert. I want to leave the alert there until this is full. That way I know I'm covered for cake, but for right now we're just going to ignore it. Lack of fertilizer 2 is an ongoing problem. We've known about that for a while. It's not full. I'm not happy about it. It does mean that not all my farms are, well, normally maxed out on fertilizer. You can see you're down at 129. You should be at 130, 140 rather. You were draining this line. You've drained the line. Not quite. Oh no, you have drained the line. Yep, you have drained the line. Because we had the wrong type of fertilizer in one of the pipes. But that looks like it's been drained now. It has. You're going through the balancer. Priority out. Out? Oh. Yep, that's this one to connect into the next farm. Silly Jetty. Okay. So yeah, where... Oh, actually, you should be a... That's the issue. You need a priority in from that one. Because you're probably getting a weird mix of fertilizer 1 and fertilizer 2. Yep. So that should fix your fertility rate. But yeah, I don't have enough fertilizer 2. I know about that for a while. We'll get around to fixing that sometime in the future. But what I do need to fix is the lack of electronics too. Also the lack of household appliances. I have a lack of household appliances because I don't have nearly enough electronics too, which means this guy is turning on and off, which also means my uni bonus is a bit of a nightmare. If we, actually it's probably best to click on this. I have 75% guaranteed because I can do glass rocket chairs, but I can't get the 100% bonus because I can't always do the white goods, which means I'm missing out on the 2.8 uni for the household appliances. I'm also missing out on the bonuses for all the other uni items, which means my uni is actually going to go backwards very, very quickly. And also means I can't run clean panels. If I turn this on, I get 30% extra power out of the solar panels, which is cheap. So I'd really like to turn it on, but I can't afford it because I don't have enough electronics too. Why don't I have enough electronics too? Well, the simple answer is, where are we? Electronics too. The simple answer is supply and demand. So you consume 24 PCBs, 48 electronics, and 24 silicon to give me 24 electronics 2. Now, electronics 2 go a couple of places. They go into vehicle parts. Yep, they go into vehicle parts 3, which we are constantly using, upgrading the fleet. Not at vast amounts, because obviously we get to recycle each of the trucks we're replacing. If we look at a diesel diggy boy, a diesel truck, that costs 90. A hydrogen one costs 110, so it's a little bit more expensive. But I do get a refund when we scrap the old vehicle. Same applies to a diggy boy, 180. Hydrogen version is 220. So I probably get back 160, and we add a few more parts to it, and that gets the fleet upgraded. I'm not building a lot of vehicles. We are still researching more vehicle limit, which is about to finish. Let me guess, radiation? Yeah, radiation. Thought about it. So They're obviously going in there. They're also going into maintenance 2, which is what's required for solar panels. And they're also going into science number 3, which we, of course, need for science number 4. They also go, of course, into our white goods, our household appliances. And the other place they go to is into electronics 3. We recently upgraded electronics 3, which means we're consuming twice as much electronics 2. And, well, if I come back to these guys, I'm only producing, well, 24. So that would be, 2 of them would be 50. You would be 200. 200 on the other side, that's 400. And you make 424. Yep. So I'm making 424. Yeah. 50, 100, 200. Oh, hang on. 24 multiplied by 9. I'm making 216. Yeah, I'm making 216. So I'm making 216. We're also making PCBs. I need to have 48 PCBs out of each one of these machines. 48 PCBs is enough to run 2 of these machines. These have a very nice ratio of 1 to 2. I have 5 of you running, which means I could run 10 of these guys, but they also require electronics. And they require 50 electronics each. So that means if 2 of them are doing, 2 of them is 100 electronics, 200 electronics, 300 electronics, 400 electronics, 450 electronics. And I have a single belt coming here. This single belt comes from one of our 2 electronics belts that duck under this bridge. And one goes, this one. This one comes over here and goes mainly to the left. So electronics 1 goes into science number 1. It also goes into construction parts 2, and it also goes into our white goods as well. It also goes into construction parts number 1, yes. And the last place it goes into is maintenance number 1. So maintenance number 1 is 12 each, so that means that's 24. That's 48, that's 60. That's 72, that's 84. If we had another one, that takes us up to 96, so we call it 100. Plus the dribs and drabs we're using over here, which is not a great amount, like 32, 64 between the 2 of them, plus another 64, 30, 90-ish. We're not using a whole lot over here, but I'm quite happy having a dedicated belt to sort of do everything on this side. Our other electronics belt, being not that one, but that one, is coming over here. It's merging it on this side, and then it's basically just doing electronics too. But I need more production. So what I want to do is I want to upgrade this. I also want to upgrade some vehicles and do some research. So can I cancel this? Can I get 5 more vehicles? Can we have that back in the queue as well? It's now 68,000 to get that research done, so it's going to take a minute or 2 as we're producing 200 per lab. Yeah, there's 65,781 sites. It's going to take a minute or 2 to get that done, but at the same time, I do want to get some more vehicles done. I have general. I have, actually, I want to go with that one. Unassigned, only 11 little trucks. I do have 20 diesel trucks, which are unassigned as well. So can I... That gives me 30, plus we have some assigned to harvesters, and I have 7 assigned to diesel stations, which will get released eventually. So I think I'm okay on little trucks, even though none of them are idle, but I also have no big trucks of idle. So can I get 5 of those? Yes, please. And then when you've done that, can you do upgrades? Can you do little trucks to big trucks? From unassigned, please. That's Jamie from the Fast Action Response Team. Hi, Jamie. Congratulations on your upgrade. You've now turned from a itty bitty diggy into just a little diggy boy. All right. Can I do... Actually, before I do that... They're all fuel stations. Unit storage. What's he... Oh, that's the guy putting down concrete. Okay, before we do that, actually, we might do all the tree planters to tree planter hydrogen. We get those done. Can we do tree harvesters to Tree harvester, large tree harvester, hydrogen, all of those. Then can we do little diesel trucks to little hydrogen trucks? That's a tree harvester. Can I get both of those done? Can I go to you? That's a tree harvester. Can we get both of you two done? That's a tree harvester. Can we get both of you two done? P, another tree harvester. We'll get you done. Ravenous. Can we get you done? Complaints department. Of course, we need to get that one done. Blue shit. Can we get you done? And Doomtone. Can we get you done? Fuel station 2. That's the main fuel station. Yep. They can stay as diesel for right now. So that should be all the tree harvesters and all their trucks changed across to hydrogen as well. All right. Yeah, we'll leave that to get the job done. It's going to take them a little while because, well, our new truck's going to get built first, and then it'll get back to doing upgrades. Okay, so whilst we wait for that to happen, I want to talk about a few things. A few things mainly being our trucks and optimizations, and also at the same time talk about our electronics problems. So first thing I want to talk about is deliveries. I have an awful lot of trucks doing an awful lot of things. Okay, we've had in the last 12 months 62 deliveries of 17,000 rock. Now the rock's going to happen. Okay, I've turned off refueling trucks. I've turned off mining and tree harvesting. But there's going to be like these guys. These guys are where the trains are dropping off the rock. We have, well, probably far too many trucks. Let's just take you down to 7, let's go with. And they're just like driving very short distances to drop off the rock. That's intentional. I want them to be very, very close to the source. And that's 2 belts in. We are dumping a lot of rock. Okay, can we get you upgraded? Cool. Now the train's going to empty a little bit faster, and the truck's going to hopefully dump stuff a little bit faster. All right. So I have an awful lot of rock deliveries. I have an awful lot of sand. Sand we've spoken about previously. It is these guys digging up sand and just putting it in the bucket for me, and also these guys just clearing out this beach because I just want the beach gone. They're all driving sand across the map. It's a little bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. We have 15 deliveries of steel. That's probably going to be mainly down to here to make sure we can build new trains and that sort of stuff. Then I have 5 deliveries of slag, which is not a lot, but it's the slag that's coming from our nuclear reactor area right here. And this is obviously set to empty, and the trucks are moving it to somewhere. Now, I do want to replace this with either a belt and a train sometime in the future, but for right now, I don't have that option. Oh, really? Minus 33? Oh, because that's full. Oh, so now the uranium's just sitting on the belts doing nothing. Okay, can we up this? Can I have 1,000 in orbit? And can I pause you so you don't output anymore? Yeah, I think that's gonna be our best answer. As long as the... Oh, there's an awful lot in that pipe. Can I turn you on? You're a tier 1 pipe. Can I make it tier 2? Although you guys are only using 16 each, so to 32, and you guys are using 2 each. Probably need to upgrade that. But as long as the plutonium keeps moving, I won't have radiation problems. But as you can tell, it's not really moving. Can I just upgrade you? Fluid storage has a low supply of hydrogen. Yeah, that's sort of be expected. I built a pipe halfway around the map. And we're trying to fill up the pipe. Okay, if I upgrade you, then at least we can get the plutonium moving on the belts, which should stop my radiation problem. Like I said, I want to have Medical 3 solved before I dealt with this problem. Okay, let's apply concrete slabs. Yep, that's what I want to talk about. So, I have a lot of slag moving across the map. Now, slag, they have 2 spots they can put slag in. They can either, the trucks can put in slag here. As you can see, this has 400 slag coming in. The other spot we can put slag is here. This has 2,500 slag coming in. Yep. Now, this slag goes into our concrete processing. Now, concrete processing is designed to take in slag as a priority, and then we can convert slag into slag crushed, and then convert our manufactured sand with some either gravel or slag crushed into concrete slabs. Now, obviously, I'm either going to be delivering every single month either 144 slag or 144 rock. If we go back to the statistics, I did say I'm moving, 25,000 rock. That is from the trains. It's also from boxes like this one that are set to also take rock to, this box for concrete, plus also this box for our hydrogen fluoride. Because we need rock, a little bit of acid to get hydrogen fluoride so we can brush our teeth, and that's going to give us a little bit of a byproduct of slag, which also has to be transported to somewhere. Can I go back to, nope, that one. And then also third bucket is right here, which goes into filter medium, which goes into cleaning up shit. So it goes to a couple of different places. But if I could either have the trucks deliver the slag here, their other alternative is, like I said, they can take it down here. Down here, it goes off to the boat. The boat then exchanges that slag for some sour water. We use the sour water in our little dedicated, sour water stripping area that just outputs a whole bunch of fertilizer too. Takes the sour water, cleans the sour water, captures the sulfur, captures the ammonia, converts the ammonia and some organic fertilizer into fertilizer Mark 1, takes the fertilizer Mark 1 with a little bit of sulfur, and with a little bit of sulfur that we came from the first process with a little bit of limestone, and gives us fertilizer Mark 2. Obviously, the more often I do this trade, the more sour water I get, but I don't really want to have trucks transporting across a whole bunch of slag if they don't need to. Like, I definitely want it in here as a preference, but I don't want them, potentially dumping slag into this bucket and then somebody else coming along picking up that slag from that bucket and retransporting along. So what I'd like to do is I'd like to upgrade this bucket, make sure we have enough storage for all the slag that might come here. Next thing I want to do after that's done is I'd like to automatically put slag in this bucket. So I want to have this dragged all the way up. I want to have it received from belts because we do make slag in a lot of areas. One of them is right here. Right here, we're producing potentially 432 slag per month, and I've put in a balancer. So because we're getting a balancer, I can prioritize that out and then send it over this way. And I had planned to just pop in the belt, and then we talk about it in the next episode. But as this is copper goes in electronics, we need to do electronics as well. I decided, look, let's take a break. Let's do all this together, and let's talk about a couple of things I need to change just to make sure I have a way to get slag across, and also tiny up some pipes and belts at the same time. What's your problem, Daniel? You're stuck on a train track. Congratulations. Ore sorting port is this one because it's full of dirt. Can I raise you priority up to like 5 or something? Also, you are the fast action response team. You can be ditched because they are... Well, one of them's hydrogen. Tom is... He just got his upgrade command. Yep. Thank you, Tom, for being a wonderful YouTube member. Thank you for choosing to support the channel. And congratulations on getting your upgrade. All right. So, what I want to do is I want to do a few things. We have 4 belts here. 4 belts here are reserved for more crushed copper. No, copper scrap. Because, well, not that long ago, we had to upgrade our recycling. And I've left room to upgrade and increase recycling even more. And then probably run out of room and have to decide how the hell I'm going to fit more in here sometime in the future. But I have left room for potentially 4 belts to come through here. First thing I like to do is, rather than having this belt being used, I'd like to move that over and use this belt instead. So can I get that done? And with that now done, I want to delete that belt. And also delete this belt. Now I could shuffle all these over sometime in the future. I will need to bring potentially other copper scrap belts through, and well, one's obviously going to be this one, and then the fourth one could just duck above the coal, pop it out the other side, and then continue across to our copper smelting. That's freed me up a little bit of room right here. That little bit of room, I would like to remove you, and then put you hopefully in place, and I'd like you to be my slag output belt. So rather than it coming down and going straight to the right, I would like you... that's correct. Coconut belt. There we go. I'd like you to go from here up to height number 4 and into there. So I'd like you to head down there instead, which means I don't want that, and I'm not going to want that in the future. Okay, I can take this this belt plug in here, but I need to take copper, well, that way. I could also, if I had a little bit of room, run this belt dead straight through here, which is what I'd really like to do. I'd like to run it basically right where this fuel gas pipe is. Now, that fuel gas pipe is heading over to these guys. We are burning fuel gas with a bit of limestone to make our cement. That's giving me carbon dioxide. Unfortunately, I'm venting the carbon dioxide. I could do hydrogen sometime in the future and then output steam depleted, which is much, much nicer on the people and the environment, but I actually don't have hydrogen like right here. I have hydrogen technically at this train station. I also have it over here, and I could route it all the way across. You guys are unhappy. Can I have you guys fill in this with dirt, all of that with dirt, all of that with dirt, and all of that with dirt? There you go. Stop pestering me. Yeah, I could run hydrogen from, well, here, following these pipes, bring it in here. But for the moment, I'm just going to keep using fuel gas because the other spot we're using fuel gas is over at the labs. We're not using it for anything science related. We're just using it to power the golden statues so we can keep studying the golden balls of maintenance to make sure that as we are zoomed in very close on them, analyzing every single little bump and groove, that we can get as much research out as possible. And obviously these guys work better when they're lit rather than unlit. So I need to have fuel gas coming here, well, at least to here, no matter what. So what I'd like to do is, coming from our source, being of course, oh, that is definitely low. Can I just go to a reactor and you are, no, you're power. You are hydrogen. Can I crank you up level? There you go. So what I'd like to do is fuel gas is coming out here, and it's going to be, I believe it's the pipe under that one. It is. This pipe here. And that heads all the way across to over there. What I'd like to do is, right here where we rebuilt the bridges recently, which I still haven't built because I like the fact that there's C3. I really hope in update 4 there's some button I can press or something so I can strip away layers so we can see underneath things, because sometimes things get very hectic between all the supports for the belts, the pipes, and everything else, and you can't really see what's going on underneath. But we should probably build these so trucks can at least have access through. What I'd like to do is I'd like to take my fuel gas pipe from right here. Please go away. Thank you very much. And I would like to take it. Can I flip you? I would like to take you into here instead. Once I've taken you in here, I would like this fuel gas pipe to be the new Fuel Gas Express, because this is a nice straight pipe. It's nice, it's simple, it's dead easy. And then we can keep going right to the statue's maintenance. And if I flip this, we can now go left and continue going into, our cement build. And that means this pipe I no longer need. So, can I get rid of you? Cool, that one just fell over. Get you. No, I can't put you there. Can I get you to delete from here to here? Yep. No. I replace you from here directly to that and build that. And you can go away because you're going nowhere. Cool. Alright, yeah. Fast action response team, that'll be a job for them. This is why I have them. Alright, so that means rather than this belt being, all squiggly around here, what we're going to do is we're going to bring the belt from here directly to height number 5, where the pipe was. And then we can just run straight through here with a nice straight belt all the way through this corner. No, I can't just put it in the corner. Can I put you here because there's already a support there? Can I remove that section? And all of that section. Can I remove you because I don't want to double support, because I need trucks to get in here because this is how they get access to concrete. And Eric has been dedicated to the concrete box to make sure I can keep paving the world And I want to run you from here to height number 5 will do nicely. Then you come down to 4, then you come to here, and then into there. Cool. I'd like to get this built. So can we get that built? Can we get that built? Can we get that part built? And can I get this part built and this part under here built? Cool. All right, so that's going to let me send slag from here directly over there, and means hopefully, as I'm going to have a constant supply of slag coming down, it means hopefully I can stop having this bucket having to be refilled all the time by having a constant run of slag in here. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to say receive from pipes and belts if below 1500. So this will have a constant guaranteed 1500 in it, and the trucks can still bring in extra slag and drop it off. And they can fill it all the way up to about 4,500. And that means, well, we're going to use this slag over this rock, and therefore hopefully save me some deliveries on rock being dropped off. So that's the first thing I want to do. Second thing I want to do is I want to okay, all sorted is designed by JD. That's this one, and you guys are just dumping stuff around gold so we can get gold filled in. Can I assign I have hydrogen here now. Can I assign 2 trucks? You are all on hydrogen, aren't you? You are. Cool. Can I go to the other one? That's this guy, which is blocked by sand. You already have 3 trucks assigned anyway, and they're doing the best they can, so bad luck. All right. Low supply of copper. Shouldn't be, but okie dokie. Waiting for products. How many crashes do I have running? Each one of you runs 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 crasher. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 crashes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 crashes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no, it's not the acid pipe. So that means I'm only running 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, for recyclables. Are you ready for water? Oh, yeah, that pipe's not full. Why is that pipe not full? Because I branched off this pipe. Why is that pipe not full? Because I've probably tried to put too much water through the pipe. Yeah, definitely. Can we come back to our source? You're a pipe number 3. Can I make you a 4? Can I make you a 4? Can I do you and you and you and you, you and you and you, you and you and you, and then you're branching in 3 different directions. So that's probably going to be okay now. All right. So that's fine. All right. So next thing I want to do is I need electronics. I need electronics to come over here. And what I need to do is I need to increase the size of this, the PCB build, to then increase the size of the electronics build. And at the same time, I want to tidy up some of this. So first off, electronics number 1 are coming over here, and they're going in here and being split 2 different directions. I'm fine with that, but what I want to do is I want to make sure that these electronics are being fed into maintenance number 1 from the left-hand side belt, and the right-hand side belt is going to be dedicated to electronics 2. So first thing I want to do is just tidy this up. I'm just going to have you curve underneath in a slightly different way because I think it looks a little bit tidier. Next thing I want to do is I want to flip this belt and downgrade it. So then this belt of 200 is dedicated to come into maintenance. All right, next thing I want to do is we're going to be grabbing this electronics belt, which is at height number 4. And we're going to be running you over here at height number 3, actually. Can I run you at 4 and then drop you down to 3 and then run you under here because this belt that's already ghosted in is planned to be my other electronics belt. So I've already zigzagged this through because, let's be honest, you've seen me zigzag enough pipes and belts through enough builds. We're going to upgrade, but I want to get it in, well, right here. I'd like it to be directly under where this pipe is. Obviously, I don't need to have a U-shape lift anymore. What I want to have is a flat lift, and I want you to go to that height. Yeah. Now, if you've used lifts before, it's been my number one complaint for a long time, is they stick up. They stick up, in this case, 5 tiles, and the top of it sticks up an extra tile, which means this pipe's going to give me an issue. But I'm stubborn, and I really like the pipe to just go right over the top. As you can see, I have many pipes going over the top already. If this is at height 5, this is also height 5. This here, well, stick is height 6, and this is height 7. I'd like you to stay at height 7 and be thoroughly out of my way. So what we're going to do is we're going to delete from here to here. Please go away with the power of uni and belief. We're going to put you here. Cool. I'm so confident. I'm going to plug this belt directly into there. I'm going to come from here under this bridge, and then I'm going to plug it into my little electronic splitter. Now, this little bit of electronics, you use 96 copper, being 100, 200, 300, 400, and produce 96 electronics, being 200, 300, 400. The other side's obviously doing 400, and this guy's also doing another 100, being a total of, 450 on either side, because this is fed into both sides. So this is 2 450 belts, which I'm already taking 2 450 belts across, and I'm about to put in a third 450 belt. Now, I'm not assuming any of this is going to run at full speed. I'm going to have to probably upgrade the copper smelter. Each one of you needs 96 copper. Each one of these process 50 copper. So a pair is not a pair is 100 copper. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I potentially make 13,000 copper if they're all turned on, but currently I'm only using 900 here. So we do have copper going to other places. We'll talk about those shortly, but I possibly have enough production. I just need to add it in and squeeze in small belts and stuff, and it'll be a bit of a nightmare, but we'll jump that hurdle when we need to. At the moment, I just need more electronics too. So we're going to bring this belt under and then into here. What I do need to do is I need to reconnect this pipe. So can I have this pipe plugged on that pipe? Oh, look, it's very happy to stay all out of my way. Can I rebuild you with uni? Because you're sort of important you stay full, because funnily enough, copper needs acid. Okay, can I get the trucks to come build this belt and this belt, which is going to take us through and over to this point? Okay, once we get to here, we need to modify this. Okay, we need, for electronics number 2, I need to have poly. I also need to have electronics, and I need to have PCBs. PCBs made right next door. They require glass, also plastic, and also copper, and you make 48 PCBs. Now, you only need 24 PCBs, so for every one of these guys, I need 2 of these guys. And we already know 9 of these guys consume a whole 450 belt of electronics. So it means realistically, what I want to do is I want to have 18 of these guys and then 9 of these guys to keep their ratios, and that should solve my problems. But that means we need to do a few small modifications. First off, can I copy all of that? Can I put it here out of the way? Can I remove this belt, which is nonsense, this belt, which is nonsense, and that leaves me my output belt number 1, my output belt number 2, and this is my electronics in, which I want to remove. I want to downgrade and flip, downgrade and flip, flip and upgrade, flip and upgrade, and flip and upgrade twice. So we can do electronics. You need 48. We have a 200 belt, so it's going to be 100, 200, 300, 400, and then this guy's going to be the extra 50, and then we're going to remove you, all of you, and you. And okay, that removed, and that removed, and you go this way. Cool. So this is going to output, 24, 50, 100, 125 out this side, and I want to remove that, and then I basically want to take this. Can I put you here, and then can I take this and flip it? No, the other flip. Flip. Cool. That'll do. And I want to put that overlap. No, it's definitely not what I wanted. Flip. That's what I want. Cool. Can I put you there? Yep. I want to do something like that. So we output now 50, 100, 200, 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, 250, so that'll be 300, that'll be 350, which we're going to run this belt this way, this belt this way. I'm going to make sure there's a connector right here because I'm going to be putting our storage box, well, right there plugged into that connector. So that way I don't have to worry about belt speed too much. And then this one can come wrap around the other side, which means I need to have a whole lot more PCBs. And also I need to have a whole lot more electronics and also silicon. Silicon, if we look at our reserves, they're full. I'm not too worried. Glass is needed for PCBs, not too worried. Copper's needed. Copper just went off the deep end. And that's probably due to either some sort of shortage or what was the water shortage. Yep. Which hopefully, waiting for products. Output is full. Your output's full, your output's full, your output's full, your output's full. Oh, the belt's going the wrong way. I'll do it. Cool. Well, that got us more production. Alright. So we just add another 200. Cool. Yep, that should solve our copper plate problems. Alright, so what I want to do is I want to rearrange the PCBs. We're going to need to have 9 of them. And then also rearrange this. I also need to move the bucket. And I also need to, well, stop this belt. This belt's going to go over to Electronics 3. And Electronics 3 are also required for Electronics 4, which thankfully we have built up some sort of stockpile of. I actually should put you on my list. And also aluminium. Aluminium I have none of. And that is very simply a bauxite problem. And it's a bauxite problem because if we come over to our bauxite mine, it's very empty of bauxite. It's also backed up with rock, which is why we built more trains. You have a train limit of 2, so you have 2 trains coming here right now to pick up the rock, which means hopefully that'll clear the rock problem. It's cleared the rock problem here, which is good to see. So yes, it should get this one done relatively quickly. But what I want to do is rearrange our PCBs, and also as I have basically none in stock at all, I want to flip this belt so we stop sending Electronics 2 over to Electronics 3. We have a small stockpile, not a lot, of Electronics 3, and therefore I have a decent stockpile of Electronics 4. Electronics 3, don't forget, are used in maintenance as well, as is Electronics 2. So I don't want to really try and do this project with nothing in the backup. Okay, so this is my Electronics 2 belt. It's coming over here and going into, right here, Electronics 3. I want to disconnect this right here. Thank you very much. And then we're just going to get rid of this whole belt. I don't need the belt there at all, so you can go away. All right, next thing I want to look at is, well, probably it's going to be, I want to look at PCBs, but I want this sort of filled up. Can I get you to go away as well? Can I just, you, at least put it in the bigger box, so I can keep flowing out this way to maintenance and science. But I need to remove all this. So we're going to pause the game because this is going to be a very dangerous project, and I only have 300 uni to my name, which is also going to be dangerous. I want to disconnect this belt, which is our poly in, and I also want to disconnect this belt, which is our PCBs in as well. Last one is this belt, which is our electronics. I have already broken that right there, so I don't mind if we just get rid of this belt and this belt entirely. And then I want to delete all of this. I'm going to hold down Control to do it with Uni, and Shift to do the belt and anything connected to the belt. So it does the whole line of belts. Can I do you, and you. Cool. Can we get all of that to go away? Alright, can I get you to go away? Can I get you and you to go away? Excellent. Alright, so I want to have 9 of these guys. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So go away. And you guys are outputting 50 each. So if I had 9 of them, 9 times 50 is 50. Oh, you know, the answer is 450. 9 times 50 is 450. So 450 means I could have a full belt's worth. Can I move you over just a tile? Because I want to put these directly in front. Can I bring you to there? Can I delete that? I have you just wrap around the corner so I can get that built and that built, and get that one unbuilt, and 290 uni and going down quickly. Cool. All right, so I want to have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5, 4 more. That gives me a total of the 450 I can produce, which means this belt's going to have to be upgraded. We can do that in a minute. Also means I don't need this machine. So we're going to get rid of this old-fashioned machine. Get rid of that belt as well. And then I should be able to get rid of you and you. Cool. With that done, I'm going to grab my first belt, being copper. I need to have copper coming into this process as well. That's something I need to keep an eye on. We need 12 copper. So 12, 24, 48, 60, 72, 84, 96, 100 and a bit. So I need to have 100 and a bit copper coming over here. If this is running at full speed, we're just going to assume that we can supply that and hope for the best. You are going to need to be technically be belt mark 1. Sure, we're going to leave you as belt mark 1. Okay, can I plug you into there? Can I plug you into there? And can I plug you into there? Cool. Next thing I need to have is I need to have the plastic. We need to have 24 plastic times by 9 machines, which means I need 216 total, which means I need to find my plastic belt, being this belt right here. This belt right here being plastic, I know I need 216, which means I need to upgrade this going all the way back. If we come over here, we can see both copper and plastic head into this machine. This uses 6. His friend in front uses another 6. So I'm using 12. Then I'm using another 12. Then I'm using another 12. And then I'm using another 12. So this over here is using 12, 48, 12, 24, 48 copper and plastic total. So I need to remember that I'm using, well, 50 materials downstream. And then if we go back to our plastic belt, I know I need to keep upgrading backwards. So I need to upgrade to this. This is going to use another 4, 8, 12, 24 plastic. So I'm using 48 plus 24 plastic. And plastic, this one. That means I need to make sure the leg before that is also upgraded. So just you right there. And that brings us to this one, which goes all the way back to the storage container, which also needs to be upgraded as well. So I need to have all that upgraded so I can make sure at this point I can use 200. We're also going to be using 50 here, so that's 250. And then we're using 24 here. So I need to make sure I have 275 plastic roughly. You guys make our plastic 36 each. If I say 36 multiplied by 6 of them, it's 216. So if I'm running our PCBs at full speed, because I'm running our electronics 2 at full speed, which I don't think we can support, I don't have all the plastic generation right here. As it is, I think we're going to be fine for right now. We can upgrade it in the future if we need to, but what I do need to do is remove that, and remove that, and remove that. I need to bring my plastic belt here, around to here, and then can I just leave you, actually let me just aim you that way. Can I upgrade you? So we're going to need to have more than a 60 belt in, and we're going to leave you right there. Okay, third ingredient is glass. Again, I need the same amount of glass, so now I need 200. Can I bring you to here? And then can I just tuck you into there, aimed that way? Can I remove you again? Can I upgrade you? And then the last thing I need to do is have the 2 lifts. So can I copy the 2 lifts? Can I flip them? And then can I put lifts here, and here, and here, and here? Cool. That upgrades our inputs. Does mean that I need to make sure that this belt, and all the other belts that I can't see are no longer tier 1s. So we're going to get the upgrade button. We're going to slide along here just to make sure I get the belts that are passing directly under the camera, under everything. And then we're going to say all 7 of them, please upgrade to tier 2. And that looks like it is copper, copper, glass, glass, copper, and a copper belt down there. So that should do for us. As for our output, we need to have, total of 450. If you're doing 50, that means you need to be tier 2. You need to be tier 2. That gives us 100, 200. At this point, we have 300, so you need an upgrade, you need an upgrade, and this will need an upgrade too. Cool. With that done, and the game's still paused, I want to take this and put this back over here. Now, we have a little bit more room to play with right now because we've moved everything we've moved some of the machines to the front, and that means I want to put you here, and we still need to bring out our electronics too and plug it in this belt. I also need to bring this input in, please. Thank you. And then I need to have, one stack of machines built plus the other stack of machines. I also need to bring in our electronics. So we're going to bring our electronics in, plug you at the top. Actually, can I plug you into the top one? Yeah, I think the top one will work better here. Cool. You can go to the top one. You go into the bottom one. That means I don't need that piece of belt. And it also means I need to get in the other ingredients. So we have PCBs. PCBs are right here. Can I have you a tier 3 belt? Can I bring this to here, here, and here, and that's the second stack. Is the second stack? Yep. Can I bring you in here? Okay. Then we need to bring in our poly, which is 24 times 9 machines. So that's another 216 belt. We have 200 here. And then, we have a 450 here. This 450 goes all the way back to the source. If I look over here, it's full, so that should be fine. In saying that, we are using, 50, 100, 200 right here. So potentially, I need to upgrade the output of our poly. And I need you to come into the second tier belt. So I need you to come in here. We can come down at that height. Yep. Can I plug you in there? Flip you the correct direction. And also bring this into... can we go straight, please? Thank you. Okay, that should be everything. We can flip that belt rather than remove it so it doesn't go into the shipyard. Last thing I need to do is we'll get some of this built. So I have at least 9 of these guys to have the same production weight we had before. So can we get actually can we get this side done? So can I get U9 done for 60 uni? Oop, I didn't have that belt done. And I didn't have that belt done. Alright. Also need to have the box done. And as soon as the box is done, we can then get rid of this box and plumb this box in. Delete, out, uni, and more uni, and that's been moved across here. Great. Can we remove that and that? Can I pay for that one to get removed? And can we bring this out and into here? Cool. Can we go here to here? Cool. Can I get you done? And can I come out up to height 2 as well? Yep. We're going to come to this tile where they're going to duck through. No, can I go... Actually, can we go one more tile? No, one more. We can go up to height 3. Get all over all of this. And then come to here and then drop flip you back the correct direction. Cool. Can I get you removed? And then we can run this belt into there. That'll reconnect our electronics 2 to go that way, and that'll make sure we have maintenance back up and running. Alright. I'm going to have this belt built, which is the new belt from there. And then you guys are running. You guys are running. You're flipping the wrong direction. You built. And get that one removed. and 195 uni. Okay, with 195 uni, I'd like to get you done. We did talk about this using 216, so I do need to get you upgraded. Where's that little piece of belt? That little piece of belt can go away. It's now empty. Get you upgraded as well. And then I'd like to turn on, if I could, that. Also like to turn on, go with 1. Let's keep out conservative, go with 1. If I turn on 1 over there, I can turn on 2 over here. So let's get you guys turned on. That should increase our electronics too, by an extra 50 per month. So if we look at this, previously we're making 200, we should now be able to produce 250. 250 should get us out of trouble. And well, you guys are going to make 50, 100, 200, 250. So what? 50, 100, 150, 200. You guys are making 250. So I need you upgraded by 1. And then you produce all of 200. And that should just go through this connector without a problem and feed in the box. And hopefully in a couple of months, we'll have a whole lot more electronics too. But that's going to have to wait another little while for me to confirm the next episode. With all that said and done, I do need to leave this video here. It's been very, very long, but it was something I wanted to go through in depth and in some detail on how I choose what to upgrade, when to upgrade, and how I go about doubling something by just spending an awful lot of uni. Spending an awful lot of uni to get it done in a hurry, and that means I can get things done, hopefully without any too many issues. Also, we can turn you back on, and that means my uni problems should hopefully go away, because now I have 100%, and we should be able to slowly increase our total uni amount and have a little bit more in stock for next time I want to do some silly upgrades. Meanwhile, we're still making some asteroid booster parts, and we are, where are we? Over here, filling up this with more space probes. We do have not nearly enough enriched blanket fuel, which is perfectly fine. I don't mind that. We are making a few of these, which means I can keep making asteroid booster parts. I could empty the storage again, but at the moment I'm perfectly happy having an extra 1,000 uranium, and we just launch up the probes and the boosters off to space when we can be bothered. At the moment, pretty much our rocketry system is shut down, which we could save probably a little bit of labor, a little bit of computing, and a little bit of power by turning those guys off. But with all that said and done, I'm going to leave this video here. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed the extra length video. But with all that said and done, I'll see you guys in the very next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.